Hi everyone, thank you for joining me for class today. I'm Casey and today's practice is perfect for those days when you feel exhausted. I know the thought of moving your body is probably the last thing you feel like doing when you're tired, but trust me, after just 20 minutes of stretching and breathing and relaxing, you will feel so much more energized and grounded and calm. So grab your yoga mat and let's get started. Okay everyone, so we're going to start seated in a cross-legged position. If sitting cross-legged causes you discomfort in your hips and your knees, then just grab yourself a book or a couple of pillows and elevate your hips, and that should help take some of that pressure out of your joints. So you're just going to bring your hands to where's comfortable on your legs, and we're just going to start to bring some gentle movement into the body. So you're going to relax your shoulders down. And we're just going to circle around and draw circles as slow as you can. So you really start to feel every sensation in your body. You should feel it through your lower back, through your side waist, but it will really show up where is particularly tight for you. Let's take a few circles the other way now. Just a nice, gentle way to warm up the body and bring your awareness into the physical sensations that you're experiencing. It's a great way to give the mind a rest. Okay, let's come back to center, and you're going to come over onto your hands and knees, and we're going to have the knees as wide as the hips and the wrists and the shoulders stacked, and you're going to dip your belly down to the ground, draw the tailbone up, pull your shoulders back, look up, push the ground away from you, and then we're going to go the other way, rounding the spine up towards the ceiling, looking to your belly button. Inhale, drawing up. Exhaling as you round. 2 more times. And then back to tabletop. Bring your big toes to touch. You're going to sink your hips back towards your heels, and you're going to just lengthen your arms forwards and bring your forehead to the ground. We're going to take a few moments to bring length into the spine and bring your awareness into your breath. And so just focusing on slowing your breath down. And so with that feeling of exhaustion and tiredness can come stress. And just bringing your awareness into the breath helps you get rid of those feelings. Okay, so coming back up onto your hands and knees. And what we're going to do now is you're going to reach your right arm up into the air. And you're going to thread the arm through and come rest down on your shoulder and the side of your head. And to feel this more, you're going to press your hand into the mat and just bring yourself more into the twist. I'm going to breathe into the belly here. Come back up. Other side. Reach your other arm up into the air, and we're going to twist in the other direction. Come back up onto your hands and knees, and from here, just bring your hands to the top of your mat, spread your fingers wide, tuck your toes. We're going to lift the hips up and back, come into downward facing dog. One knee is going to be very bent, and you're grounding your other heel down towards the mat as you tilt your tailbone up and pull your shoulders down your spine. Check in with the breath, switching legs, really just allowing the time to open through the backs of the legs. And also we want to step away from that rushing mentality that's very easy to fall into. Let's switch again. One more time. And then we're going to bring both heels towards the ground. So grounding both heels down towards the mat, pushing the hips to the back of the room, relax through your head and your neck. Let's take 5 deep breaths in and out through your nose. Two more. Bend your knees deeply, look forwards, come right up onto your tippy toes, and you're going to step your feet towards your hands. Have your feet as wide as your hips now, and you're just going to grab hold of your elbows, and we're going to take a nice releasing forward fold and just bring that little sway into it. And this pose starts to feel much nicer when you don't resist what's happening. So just let gravity draw you down. Breathe into it. And feel that release through the backs of your legs, through the head and the neck and the shoulders. Keep breathing. You become aware of your feet, all 4 corners of both feet plugging down into the ground. So even though you're upside down, you still feel very stable and anchored. And now bring your hands down towards the ground. Bend your legs and come down onto your knees. And from here, you're going to step your right foot forwards. You want to make sure that the knee and the ankle are aligned. And then you're just going to sink down into the hips. And you'll probably find that you just need to shuffle this back leg back a little bit more so that you can really feel this through the hip flexor of the back leg. Couple of options for you. You can bring the fingertips to the ground. Or if it feels better, just lift up taller and rest your hands on your thigh. So whichever variation you're taking, we want to focus on the spine remaining long, the shoulders drawing down, and then of course the breath. and start to lift back up. And you're going to bring your left hand to rest on your lower back with your fingertips pointing down. And from here, you're going to reach your right arm up. We're going to lift tall and you're going to start to lean back. And don't worry about how far back you go. Just focus on lifting up and pushing the pelvis forwards. Let's take 5 breaths here. And then very gently release. Make sure you don't snap out of it. From here, you're going to start to push the hips back and draw your toes towards you. So you're going to get a stretch here in the back of the front leg. We're going to keep the spine lengthening forwards. Keep the hips square. And let's breathe here. Come back up, take your right leg behind you. We're going to do all that on the other side. So your left leg is going to step forwards. Keep the alignment of the knee and the ankle. Sink down into the hips. Choose which variation you want to take, hands on the ground or hands on the thigh. And then we're focusing on the spine remaining nice and long here. Few more deep breaths. This is an area that gets very tight in a lot of us because we spend a lot of time sitting down. Okay, so we're going to lift up again, come to center. Bring your right hand to your low back, reach your left arm up. You got it. We're lifting tall, pushing the pelvis forwards and leaning back. And you might even just lean back the tiniest little bit. You just take it to where feels appropriate in your body. And then breathe into that. Okay, we're coming back up. We're pushing the hips back now towards the back heel, drawing the toes of the front leg towards you and stretching into the hamstring. And it's very easy to just want to come into it as far as you possibly can. And all that does is it just creates more strain and more struggle and more stress in the body. So seeing as we're trying to bring ease and calm and relaxation into the body, just be gentle with yourself. Okay, come back up, spin over so you're on your bum, and we're going to bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees draw out to the sides. Grab hold of your feet, lift your spine tall, and we're going to fold forwards over the legs, however far feels right for you. Deep breaths when you get there. Just feeling all the sensations, particularly through the hips, the insides of the legs, the low back, wherever this is showing up for you. And then with awareness, we're going to come back up, so don't snap out of it. You're going to stretch your legs forwards, and we're going to have some distance between the legs. Wiggle so you're right on the front of your sit bones. Again, just like I was talking to at the beginning of the class, you may want to elevate your hips on a brick or some pillows here. And we're going to do a yin variation of this forward fold. So it's much more restorative, and it gets really deep into the backs of the legs, but actually more so the lower back. So you're going to relax your legs. We're going to start to just tilt forwards, and then you're just going to let your head and your heart drop down here. So we're not trying to get to the feet. You're not trying to bring yourself down as far as you can. You're just letting your body melt into it, exactly where it wants to go. So you might be upright like this, and that's perfect. Get to where your body wants to go, close your eyes, and we're going to hold it here for about a minute. And as we hold it, you'll just feel your muscles giving in bit by bit, and you start to really become aware of how much tension we're holding. Slowly, slowly start to come back up. Come back into a cross-leg position as we began. Just resting your hands where it's comfortable, whether that be on your legs or in your lap. Draw your shoulders up and back and down. A few deep breaths. Eyes closed. So hopefully after that short practice, your body is feeling much more balanced. It's the beautiful thing about yoga is that you adapt it to how you're feeling, so that you really give your body exactly what it is that it needs to work perfectly for you. And on some days that means slowing down, being more gentle, being more compassionate. Bring your hands together at your heart center. Slight tuck of your chin to your chest. Bring your thumb knuckles to your forehead center. Namaste. Thank you all for joining me for practice today. I hope you have a truly wonderful day, and I will see you for next week's class. Thank you.